The biggest thing holding you back isn't laziness. It isn't a lack of motivation, and it isn't that you need a better strategy. It's the voice inside your head that sounds like it's trying to help you. Your brain doesn't want you to become stronger. It wants you to stay safe. Every time an opportunity to grow appears in front of you, a familiar voice shows up in your mind. Not now. You're tired. You can start tomorrow. And the problem is that this voice sounds reasonable. It doesn't yell at you. It doesn't try to stop you by force. It simply offers the easier path. That's exactly why so many people stay stuck in the same place for years. They think they need more discipline, more motivation, better habits, better timing. But the real problem is much simpler. They've learned to trust their excuses more than their goals. Not because it's the right thing to do, but because it's easier. Your brain is designed to protect you. It wants to conserve energy, avoid uncertainty, and keep you away from anything that might feel risky. To your mind, a difficult workout feels like unnecessary effort. A challenging project feels like stress. Sharing your ideas feels like the possibility of rejection. But here's the dangerous part. Your brain doesn't know the difference between what's uncomfortable and what's dangerous. To your brain, they often feel exactly the same. And that's where most people get trapped. They mistake discomfort for a warning sign. They assume that because something feels difficult, it must be wrong. So they stop, they retreat, they wait for a better moment. But growth has never worked that way. Think about it. Real growth is almost never comfortable. Hard workouts transform your body. New skills are built through mistakes and failed attempts. Confidence is earned by doing things that scare you. Every meaningful change requires stepping into uncertainty before you're ready. This is where most people quit. They experience temporary discomfort and assume they're moving in the wrong direction, when in reality the opposite is true. Discomfort is often a sign that you're exactly where you need to be. The next time you don't feel like doing something important, ask yourself one simple question. If this were easy, would I do it? If the answer is yes, then your lack of motivation doesn't matter. You don't have to feel like it. You just have to do it. There's one principle that can completely change your life. Shorten the gap between decision and action. Most people think discipline means forcing yourself to work harder, but discipline is often much simpler than that. It's reducing the time between knowing and doing. The moment you realize something needs to be done, move, not in 10 minutes, not after one more video, not when you finally feel motivated. Now. Because the longer you wait, the more reasons your brain will create to avoid action. Doubt grows in inaction. It gets stronger every minute you spend thinking instead of moving. But action weakens doubt. The moment you begin, the mental resistance starts to lose its power. That's why successful people often appear more disciplined than everyone else. Not because they're always motivated, not because they're somehow stronger than you. They simply spend less time negotiating with their own resistance. They made a decision a long time ago. Action matters more than mood. There's another truth you need to accept. You don't need to transform your entire life in a single day. You need one challenge each day, one action that requires effort, one task you'd rather avoid but choose to complete anyway, because those small moments are never really small. Over time, they begin to change the way you see yourself. You stop viewing yourself as someone who constantly promises to start tomorrow. You start seeing yourself as someone who follows through, someone who does what needs to be done regardless of circumstances. And eventually, something shifts. You stop searching for the easy path. You stop waiting for inspiration. You stop hoping that one day everything will magically become easier, because you finally understand something important. Strength doesn't appear when life becomes easy. Strength is built when you keep moving forward even when things are hard. That's how you rebuild trust in yourself. That's how you discover you're capable of far more than you ever believed. Every day your brain will offer you comfort. Every day your goals will ask for effort. And every day you'll have to choose. Because in the end, your life is nothing more than the result of those choices. So, the next time your mind tells you, not today, you'll be ready. Because you'll know the truth. Your future is not determined by the voice inside your head. It's determined by what you do despite it.